Welcome back to the Viking Academy page. Make sure you guys subscribe. Now I have something coming up. I have a beautiful takedown that Khabib Nurmagomedov is known for using in the UFC against top level guys. I'm going to be drilling this move, so make sure you guys stay tuned to the end. I got some extra trap stuff on the ground that's going to help elevate your game quite a bit. Subscribe.
Don't mind have that.
Here. We're going to be working a beautiful body twist lock, a body lock twist to a hand lock chain takedown, double leg takedown. So I'm going to be in on my partner's hips. The goal initially for me is to keep my forehead driving in towards my partner's head, keeping him pinned to the wall, and keeping my hips driving in. I'm going to have a centered leg. Now focus on my right arm. My back arm is going to pull tight, and I'm going to go elbow towards the mat, or towards the cage, providing we're fighting on the cage. So what I want to do is drive my thumb towards my partner's floater rib and connect my fingers like so. You can easily go for a palm-to-palm grip if that works. Sometimes with the padding it becomes a little weird, and S-grip works fine, elbows tight. Now watch how I hoist Jerry's hips up by lowering my hips and scooping his hips off the mat. I want to scoop him essentially vertically, and then I'm going to start to drive him as I twist my elbows towards the mat. So the goal is to topple Jerry over. In some cases you can. Some cases you can also foot sweep here. But let's imagine that the guy has really good reaction and he starts to drive back to his post leg and he whizzes me here. So the number one thing I want to do, providing we're going for this chain double, is I don't want him to get an underhook with this arm. See, if he pummels in or stuffs my elbows, he's going to be able to hike me up and obviously turn me off the wall. So we're going to be focused on reacting immediately. So as soon as my partner starts to come down, watch how I pull Jerry's hips off the wall. Now watch my left elbow. It turns inward, and I drive my shoulder forward. I bore into my partner. So I'm essentially elbow deep under his butt, boring directly into my partner. As soon as I get this position, this lock double position, I'm going to start to escape my hips to the wall. And because he's so wide, there's actually extra leverage that I've gained on this leg in terms of torquing it towards the center of my body. I can feel the leverage. As I start to move, look what happens to his hips. He's toppled to the ground. Now, talking that the subject is Khabib Nurmagomedov, what he tends to do is he uses his leg, his knee as a scoop, which creates an opening for the left foot. Now watch how I raise my hips up and cross my feet. Now preferably I'd like to be over the knee line, that's not always possible, but hopefully I can get my hips above my partner's knee line so I can control his hips. As soon as I get to this position, I'm going to post, and I'm going to reach right around my partner's hips. Driving my head forward, I'm going to drive Jerry's head towards his post arm, which is going to put a lot of pressure on his right hand. So as I drive forward, watch how he starts to break. As soon as he breaks, I catch. From this position, I can start to drive my shoulder and my right lat down onto Jerry's forearm. Now he's in a position where he can't pull his arms out, and I have free rein with my left hand. Okay, let's go over that again. I have Jerry tied up against the wall, head positioning on the inside, hips driving in. I go for my deep waist lock. I go for my S-grip, elbows in. I start to hoist my partner's hips up, drive. His hand comes to the mat to use that to recoil back. I can't let him get the underhook. So watch what I'm going to do. Before he gets the opportunity to underhook, I pull him off the wall, which gets that reaction. His hips are driving in, and then my head shooting to his hips. I'm lowering my hands, and watch my drive, my shoulder into Jerry's rib, into his hip, I should say. Now where do my hips go, guys? My hips go to the right. Bringing my left elbow to my body, I get a simple takedown. I'm able to slide through, my knee through, lace the legs. Very, very simple. Now you can hold here and play this game if you want to stall the guy. But it's a matter of time before he pulls this hand out, starts pushing you away, right? He's going to free his knee line up. So what I would suggest doing, if possible, as soon as I get the takedown, make sure your head is on the top shoulder, near side shoulder. Okay? You want to win in terms of where your head's positioned, nice and high. I'm driving, looking for the post, collecting the wrist as soon as he collapses, throwing his forearm towards his ribcage, shoulder, and lat pressure. And then you're uncorking shots. He's naturally going to pull his arm out. soon as he pulls his arm out, I'm gonna make sure that my hips are driving down. I wanna collect his hand and start to draw his arm back towards his ribcage. So watch this. And I'm gonna use my chest to trap his arm. From here, I can get off at least 2-3 shots.
Don't have that.
Make sure you guys subscribe. Professor Stephen Williams at the Viking Academy. More videos coming every single day. That's been the Khabib Nurmagomedov leg lace and ride.